absolute privilege to be able to get to launch the Government Services Accountability app this afternoon. A couple of years ago, in one of our meetings at the TUC, we had part of our membership as a citizens movement against corruption, the petty traders, talking about how when they import things, they cross the border into Togo and buy items to come and sell in Accra. They are challenged by their engagement with the customs and other immigration staff around the border, who tend to, on one hand, seize the items, on another hand, demand certain payments to allow these goods to be allowed to cross the border and for them to proceed to Accra to make their sales. Invariably, what that meant was that by the time they get to Accra, they have additional costs that they must put back onto the price of the item in order to get their money back. And they couldn't identify how do we engage customs and immigration and let them know we're not happy with what is going on. And so in our meeting, they raised this issue on how to engage with public sector entities like customs and immigration. And it formed the basis of the proposal we eventually wrote to Stagger. That we have members who say that the public sector is not always sensitive. Instead of facilitating our business, they make it very difficult for us to go purchase items and come and sell. And we need an avenue, a platform, to be able to give feedback. For all we know, it is the frontline staff who are doing this. Maybe their seniors and supervisors are not part of this. And if they hear us out, they can change the system to support our businesses. That is a context within which the Citizens Movement Against Corruption, with all its members, which include GI, Gsaapp, PDA, wrote the proposal to start. We're fortunate to receive funding. Now, it's been a long journey since then. We had to do an app challenge to select a group that would develop the app for us. We needed to engage some of the public sector entities to try and get them to understand that service delivery was very important and crucial to business in Ghana. And not just that, that if they were sure that they could do the services in a manner that the environment facilitates what businesses want to do, revenues would go up. It's been almost a year and a half since we started the project, and we are virtually wrapping up this week. It's an exciting thing to have the app ready to go. We are hoping that businesses and citizens who have the opportunity to hear about the app and use it will find that it is something that adds to the toolbox of opportunities to give feedback to government and to get better results for themselves and for this nation. So on that note, I'd like to welcome all of you and to say that we are delighted that you join us this afternoon for this event, and we are looking forward to hearing from some of our partners who are here and to launching the app itself and to having many more people benefit from its use. Nana Osebonso of Perth was supposed to be our chairperson, but unfortunately he's been taken ill and he's not sure whether he'll make it. So I'll stand in for him and just make sure that we get this event done and dusted. Thank you for your attention.
Please, you can do better. Please, Ellen, thank you very much for those brief introductory remarks and letting us understand how this project came about and more importantly why the app was developed. At this point, we're supposed to have some brief remarks from Mr. Edem. He's the Managing Director for Participatory Development Associates. Unfortunately, Edem is caught up somewhere at the moment and he can't be here with us, but I'll take the opportunity to deliver the brief remarks on his behalf. As Edem indicated, this project started sometime about a year and a half ago, and I was present in the meeting when we initially had discussions about this entire project, looking at the different indicators the timeliness, responsiveness, and payment of unapproved fees, among a host of other indicators. And it looked like most of the things that we wanted to focus on were things that we face each and every single day when we try to engage public sector agencies. So be it from paying your water bill or trying to get workers from the electricity company of Ghana to check on some of your problems for you, or you're trying to pay your taxes. A wide range of services that we try to access from state departments. As we engage them, we encounter different hurdles, and it's different when we face different organizations. There's a tendency to always to lump sum these problems as one and just title them as inefficient agencies. But if you don't look in carefully, you won't understand that there's differences in the way some of these agencies operate, and even the problems that they face differ across board. Now, how are we able to get the feedback such that we can specify the problems, make it specific to the agency, and then come up with solutions that are specific, but then take into consideration as well user feedback. And that's what this app specifically sets out to do. PD is excited about this opportunity, and even though it's been a long ride this past year and a half, we understand that as a social development organization that's concerned about getting state agencies to function to the best of their capacities, this is one of the best ways in which you can do this. Feedback through digital systems and establishing public participation platforms where you get to engage directly with the citizens and come up with custom-made solutions that would work for these state agencies. More importantly, this app cannot work without the involvement of citizens. So we entreat everybody when this app is launched to get on board after you engage any public sector agency, be it the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Water Company, Electricity Company of Ghana, and then you provide your feedback. It's from then that this feedback can be taken into consideration so that we can work to improve the services of these agencies. Thank you so much, CMaC. Thank you to IT Consortium for the work that you have done. Thank you to Roots Digital, and then thank you to everybody who's made it here. Right. At this point, I'm going to wear my hat as an MC again, and then we'll receive some remarks from one of the organizations that has been very critical to the development of this app. They've played a very instrumental role in which many organizations would not have been able to. And I just want to say thank you very much even before you take up the stage. Please put your hands together for Mr. Franklin Eliblue of IT Consortium. Please put your hands together.
Thank you. It's a real delight this afternoon to stand here to see the end of this project. IT Consortium was very delighted to be involved in the development of this app, partly because of the ideals that we subscribe to. We believe in accountability. Among our core values is integrity, and so wherever we need to put in efforts to promote these values, we do. When we were contacted to manage the production of this app, it was a delight. We met with a number of stakeholders, and eventually settled on a mode of getting this app out. So a hackathon was organized. We selected a winner and supervised the development. It's been a long way coming, but today we are here to see the end of this. And it is our belief that these steps are just the beginning. And we can see a big picture unfolding here where citizens are going to have a voice, and that voice will not be taken for granted. And in the end, all of us will be the better for it. And so we would encourage all stakeholders and all of the Ghanaian population to take advantage of this. Let's use it, and let's provide the feedback that is necessary to drive this nation and organizations forward. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Please take care. Thank you very much, Franklin, especially for making it that brief for us. We do appreciate that. Right, so we've been talking about the app for some time now, and some of you are already wondering what it is and how we can use it and all of that. So at this point, we'll have a presentation on the app itself. We'll be taking through the interface, how to use it, and all other necessary information. So at this point, I'll call upon the operations officer for Roots Digital. That's the company that put together this app, Mr. Kingsley Amponsa. Please put your hands together for him. So this is basically our platform. What we brought up is a platform that allows people to be able to easily rate agencies and branches according to different categories. So what we created is a location-based platform that allows every individual user to have access to all the branches around your location. So the moment you get onto the platform, you get access to any branch that is close to your location. In here, what the platform does for you is allows you to view all the agencies that are around you. So in here, as you can see, you get access to the information that the agency provides you, exactly what time that they open. You can get access to calling them. If you don't know exactly how to find them, you can get access to their direction. Now what that platform does for you is it gives you access to all ratings and reviews that have been done by people in the past. This way you know exactly how good this agency is able to perform and how exactly you want to contribute to their own success. So as you can see here, in here you're able to get directions to the agency depending on what function you click on. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Now when we are rating an actual branch, what we've done with the express permission from CMaC is we've been able to list out the major categories that we've come to realize affect every person who's going to any agency. Mainly tidiness, customer service, unapproved fees, maybe if they're trying to ask for bribes. There are lots of categories that you can choose from depending on how exactly you are interfacing with the agency. So now you're able to click on that exact issue you're having. You're able to rate that agency, let's say from 1 to 5, 1 being terrible, 5 being excellent, and then you're able to provide your comments based on your experience. What exactly did you go through? Did you have good remarks for them? Are there some things you want to point out that can help each agency be able to push on through? So that's what we have over here. Yes. So after you've given your ratings, what we now need is your number as well as your email. However, your email is optional. The reason being for this is we want to make sure that any information you provide, we can reach back to you to give you a response based on the kind of review you've given. So with that, CMaC now has information to your report, and I'll be able to judicially go through it and make sure that we can give a better response as to exactly what's going on. So that is the main platform. That is as simple as it is. You just come onto it, give your reviews, and then be able to reach back to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that presentation.
CMaC, getting back to you as what you're doing. What about issues of confidentiality? Because if I'm making a review, I want my information to be confidential. So if I'm providing my phone number, my email, doesn't it expose me as a citizen who is making a review?
That's actually a good question. Yes, sir, we don't take that for us.
Yeah. Well, if the app developers can answer that, the information is not automatically available to the institution you are rating. It's a backdoor thing where the information is there so that if we are not about to give that information out. What we give out is the collated data of the number of people who have a particular complaint, etc., to the entity. A lot has gone into supporting the development of the app. And they have been flexible in allowing us to move funding such that we could pay not even the full amount, but to allow Roots Digital to get this done and done well. And so we need to express our deep appreciation to Star Ghana for granting us the opportunity and supporting this process such that working with IT Consortium and Roots Digital, the mobile app has been developed. And this afternoon is my singular pleasure to determine and declare and state that the Government Services Accountability app is duly launched. Thank you. Great. think we'd like to take a picture. So all of us who are here, if you can join us here.